Hey guys, it's Tori from Monogram Moments, and today I'm going to walk you through how to install your Epson printer correctly on your MacBook. So first we're going to go download your driver if you haven't already done that. You may have and it's still not working correctly, so you can just skip ahead. But if you haven't, we're going to just go to Google, type in Epson, add whatever model number Epson printer you have. I have the 2720, then just add driver and we'll search, and it's normally going to be one of these first few options. So I'll select that, and then I want downloads, which it already is selected, and I'm going to select my operating system, and I do have the Mac OS 11. So now it's saying recommended for me is this package. I'm just going to go ahead and install this entire package. So I'll select download and then just follow the instructions to download it to your computer. So then once you have it downloaded, we're going to go ahead and add the printer. So I selected on system preferences, and I'm going to go here to printers and scanners. Now make sure that your printer is plugged in and turned on so that your computer will find it. And then we're going to select the plus sign, and it should populate here. So we're going to select that. And the reason most people are already having problems is because our Macs go ahead and populate secure AirPrint, and that is not what we want. So we're going to drop this down, and we're going to select this Epson series. This is the actual driver that we downloaded. So if you haven't downloaded the driver, it will not show up here. So if you aren't seeing this, go back and download the driver like we just did. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to select add, and it's going to tell me you won't get this option. I just already have this printer, so I'm just going to hit cancel, but you won't have to worry about that. So once you've got that added correctly, you'll then be able to see your printer, and you can go to options and supplies, and now you have some more options. I think this is really the only one we get now. And you'll see here, this is where you can toggle the high-speed printing. Some people say off, some people say on, but just know this is where you can change that. So I'm going to keep mine off. Okay, so now we've got that ready. Say we are going in Silhouette Studio, and I am ready to go ahead and add a design. So I'm going to pull this in. I'm just going to show you everything first, and then I'm going to walk you through other things. So say I've got this ready to print. Obviously, this is just for the sake of an example. I'm going to go to File, Print, and I'm going to select my Epson printer. And now when you drop this down, you see you have these two options where you did not have these before we installed the printer correctly. So if you go to Print Settings, here's where you can change your paper. And if you're following this screenshot that gets passed around the internet a lot for sublimation, some people say don't follow it, some people say they follow it and it worked great. I'm just going to walk you through how to find all these things, and then you can just decide what works best for your printer and your designs that you're printing. So it is talking about changing our paper to the matte here, and setting to high quality, and this does say uncheck the high speed, which we already did. So I'm going to keep this to premium presentation, paper matte, and keep this on high quality. You can select your mirror image right here, so you will never have to mirror in Silhouette Studio or whatever you're using, because you're telling your printer to go ahead and do that. And then I can go to color options. Now we are going to select advanced settings right here. So you only get advanced settings if you have the manual settings on. So advanced settings, and then drop down. So from here, if we're following this, it tells us to hit advanced, change color mode to Adobe RGB, which is right here, and then it did say keep it on the 2.2. Now these are automatically all going to be set to 0. You are noticing I'm changing my presets because after playing with prints, I noticed that those presets that I had worked the best for me. But I would go ahead and just start here, all zeros, see what your print looks like, compare it to your monitor. Granted, what your printer prints out is never going to look like your monitor. All of our displays are different, our settings on our monitor are different. So just try to get closely as you can and until you're happy with it. There's another group I'm a part of actually where they say don't even bother with these color options. They say keep this off and instead go to color matching, turn color sync on, and select the color profile. Now this is the color profile, this sRGB with this long number that all of my designs are in. A lot of other designers also use this color profile. You can see this when you look on the actual image, it'll tell you. So you could do that. I did try this myself, which I recommend you doing. I think you should try all of these settings yourself to see what works best. And it just didn't print out as much as I liked. So I'm going to go back to the color options and change all of this back to where I had it. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now my next suggestion would be after you go ahead and print where all these are set to 0, I would get this ready and maybe change, let's just use half a page so that we can use one piece of sub paper twice. So I'm going to use the top half and I'm going to say all zeros. So that's what I would type here. So I knew what these settings are. Okay, so once I get that typed out, once I get all this printed out, I might notice I need more pink. So then I can go to File, Print again, to my Epson, Color Options, Manual, Advanced. And again, this is what I already have my preset set on. But say I just wanted to bump up my brightness just a tad. So I'm going to change it to 5. We'll just start there. And then I would hit select, or then I would go back and let's say brightness is going to be 5. And now I'm going to print this again. So then I'm just going to keep doing this. So say this next time around I realize, I think I said a second ago, I need more pink. So I think magenta is an option. And we'll just start that at 5. And then just keep going. I would recommend changing one thing at a time, especially at first while you're learning what change does what. And then once you start figuring out what you like, you can end up having, maybe you drop the contrast down to -2 or something. And it doesn't hurt to Google what some of these things mean, just to kind of get an idea. Unfortunately, this isn't a plug and play type thing where you plug it in and it's going to print perfectly right off the bat. You've got to play around with it. And again, I'm just printing this half sheet. I'm printing it off. I'm then cutting that paper and then I'm reloading that half sheet to try with some different settings. And if you want to, go ahead and bring in 2 designs. So you have 2 different colors you can be looking at. Just make sure you're using that half sheet so you can save paper. Once you find what you like, you can go ahead and set your preset. So let me just give you an example. This is just way off the charts. Okay, so say this is what I liked, and I could go ahead and put save current presettings as preset, and I can select that, and then I can name it whatever I wanted. So for this example, I named mine Final Silhouette Studio because I don't know if you've played in different programs, but Silhouette Studio is going to print differently than Photoshop. So this is my preset for Silhouette Studio only. So if I were going to create another one in Photoshop, I would probably change this to Final and then make it say Photoshop. So I knew which one to use. And then just select only this printer and select OK. So then every time you came to File, Print, you could just select that saved preset and you are good to go. Select Print. And that is really all there is to it. So let me know if you guys have any questions.